muted. There you go.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living virtually. It's good to see some of your smiling faces that I haven't seen in such a long time. I hope you're having a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful morning. And we will start off with a song that Reverend Kathleen requested of me called I Am One with the Great I Am. My mind is filled with the light of truth. I am one with the great I am. The God in me sees the God in you. I am one with the great I am. All that I dream of and all that I wish for is God expressing is me. I release my word out into the law where it is so, and let it be. Hey, my mind is filled with the light of truth. I am one with the great I am. God in me sees the God in you. I am one with the great I am. I never needed a stamp of approval to know what road is the right one for me. I know where truth is and I know where love lies. It's floating on the waters of prosperity. My mind is filled with the light of truth. I am one with the great I am. God in me sees the God in you. I am one with the great I am. Said never needed no stamp of approval to know what road is the right one for me. I know where truth is and I know where love lies. It's floating on the waters of prosperity. My mind is filled with the light of truth. I am one with the great I am. God in me sees the God in you. I am one with the great I am. My mind is filled with the light of truth. I am one with the great I am. The God in me sees the God in you. I am one with the great I am. I am. Thank you, guys. And now we give it right back to the beautiful and talented Marianne.
Thank you, Liz. That was beautiful. So I'm Marianne, a practitioner here. I'm going to do the opening prayer. So I invite you all to get centered and comfortable. Take a deep breath. Connecting with spirit at the point of the breath, this one presence, one power, one life that I call God, that is life, that is universe, that is spirit, that is all love, all light, all beauty, all truth, that is all that is. One presence, one power, one life. Only one. Omnipresence. All the God qualities everywhere, always present to everyone, 100%. There's no lack or shortage anywhere. This one presence, one power, one life that is my life, that is the life of every single person on this call today. That animating force that gives us life, that force that breathes us, that pumps our hearts and makes our blood pump and our lungs expand and contract. We don't do that consciously. It's this life force of spirit breathing us. And it's the same force breathing me that's breathing every one of you, everyone on the planet. The same life force. There's only one. Only one. And it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful to think of this connection, this same life force, not only with all of the people on the planet, but all of the animals, all of the plants, all of the minerals, all of the insects, everything. Only one life. We're all connected with everything on the planet, with this love, with this light, with this truth. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful that is the truth. I'm so grateful to know this truth. I'm so grateful to have the Center for Spiritual Living Delaware that shines this light, guiding the way for us, telling us of this truth, giving us an opportunity to learn of this truth, giving us support and accompaniment as we go along our journeys together, supporting each other, supporting the planet, raising our vibration for the good of all. I'm so thankful for everyone in service today, for Liz with the beautiful uplifting music, for Dwayne, who'll be doing the announcements, and Jenny doing the reading, Dan and Michelle in the background getting Zoom to work seamlessly, and for Reverend Kathleen for her message that's always on point. She's such a willing vessel for Spirit to speak through her and as her. We're so blessed. So grateful for all of it, and just breathing in, breathing in that gratitude, that love, that service that is love, that is loving kindness, that is sharing our hearts, these hearts that are open wide with love, open wide with compassion and caring and understanding, with listening, with being a beneficial presence, with being a light in the world. So grateful for all of us, and knowing that everything in service today unfolds absolutely perfectly. So grateful for every one of you who showed up live today, and for every single one who listens to the recording later. We all bless each other with this loving kindness of being open to learning, open to listening, open to loving. And I say yes, and so it is. Thank you. And next we have Reverend Kathleen.
Thank you, Marianne. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. And you too, Liz. Yes, love that song. Good morning, everyone. So grateful to be spending time with you again today. And let's begin with a high invocation, okay? So just repeat after me. I am that I am.
I am that I am.
My beloved God presence I am.
My beloved God presence I am.
Is moving through me and as me.
Is moving through me and as me.
I invoke the divine presence.
I invoke the divine presence.
To fill every cell of my body with light.
To fill every cell of my body with light.
To surround me with a pillar of light.
To surround me with a pillar of light.
To fill all of my affairs with light.
To fill all of my affairs with light.
I allow the pure light and love of the divine.
I allow the pure light and love of the divine.
To flow from me and to move me to the highest service for all life.
To flow from me and to move me through.
To be of highest service to all life. I joyfully bring love and healing.
I joyfully bring love and healing.
To all beings.
To all beings.
Who enter my field of awareness.
Who enter my field of awareness.
For the enlightenment of all.
For the enlightenment of all.
And so it is.
And so it is.
All right, so now I'm turning this over to our dear friend, Dwayne. Good morning, Dwayne.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, CSL Delaware. So glad to be here. And we're just gonna say the intention in a moment. Okay, here we go. We, the Center of Spiritual Living Delaware, are a welcoming, vibrant, inclusive spiritual community rooted in new thought Ancient Wisdom Principles. We are here to be the presence of love and to co-create heaven on earth and a world that works for all. Our children's program, the Young Spiritual Masters class, met today, and it will be meeting again on October the 25th. Now, we'd like to hear a few words from Shaya telling us about the program.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. We had a really lovely group this morning. Super happy. We had our 4-year-olds up to our 8-year-olds. It was really, really wonderful. This week we are studying, this month, we are studying creativity as our secret of the heart, just of course, very close to my heart. So the children got to learn that, all people have the power of creativity, and that we can create by turning our thoughts into things or actions. And through the power of creativity, we can create something from really nothing. And that's pretty fascinating. And I really enjoy talking to them about that. Or we can create something new out of something that already is. And that's really how the world has become such a better place. And the mind-blowing part that I really like to share with them is just like, look around you. Every single thing you see has started as a thought in the mind of someone and became a beautiful creation. And then we practiced creating something from nothing by using our crayons and our blank piece of paper, and we turn that blank piece of paper into little pieces of artwork. And I think I can share, yeah. This is what we did today. So I was able to take pictures of, I actually had some sent to me, but I did take some pictures of what they created. And you can't see it. I can't read that statement, but our affirmation statement is, I am creative and I make the world a better place. And I thought that was a really important message for everybody. So I wanted to share that with you all. I look forward to next 2 weeks from now. Again, we'll continue our conversation about creativity, and I really look forward to seeing everybody there. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, Shai. Now, don't go away, Shai. I got a little bit more here. There's a program that comes on the radio once a month, once a week on Saturdays, and I listen to it sometimes. And it's called "How I Built This," and it's I find it to be very interesting. And might be maybe Burger King CEO or the McDonald's CEO or some big business and how that business got started. Well, that puts me in the mind of Shia, of how she got started in her career. She discovered volunteering in high school while she was looking for opportunities to gain experience working with children in the arts. And the volunteer experiences were so significant to her career choices. And now Shia is a curriculum development expert, and she's sharing it not only with CSL Delaware, but with the national organization, Center for Spiritual Living. And Shia, we just want to thank you so much for your dedication to our cause. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, moving right along here. Our Peace Week event last Sunday was truly beautiful. We thank everyone who contributed to the smooth, graceful flow of the event and to everyone who came out to support us. And the weather was perfect. And we just had a little tiny bit of mud, but that was really no big thing. It was a really great experience. Moving on here, we want you in the CSL community music video called "The Time Has Come." Send video submissions to Deb Chamberlain by October the 15th. Check our e-newsletter or your email for more details. Join Deb Chamberlain on October the 23rd at 7:00 p.m. as she shares original songs and stories from the latest CD with special musical guest Robert Wynn. $20 tickets can be purchased on CSLDE website by clicking on the Get Involved tab. The next Social Justice Initiative Ministry Lunch and Learn is October the 25th from 11:45 a.m. until 12:45 p.m. It will be held on the same Zoom line used for our service. Our 10th anniversary celebration. It takes place November the 22nd from 1 to 2:30 p.m. To be part of the planning team, contact Virgie by way of email. Our anniversary promises to be a memorable, interactive, virtual celebration. For details and Zoom links on all these and other activities, check out the CSL Delaware website under the Get Involved tab or the CSL Delaware newsletter in your email. And now, back to Liz.
Thank you, my dear. I was about to say, would everybody please stand? I'm so used to doing that. But you're in your own houses. You can do whatever you want. We're going to do Circle of Love. And I think you all know how it goes. In this circle of love, in this circle of peace, in this circle of love, in this circle of peace, I feel our unity, love, sweet security. I feel our unity, love, sweet security in this circle of love, in this circle of peace, in this circle of love, in this circle of peace. I feel our unity, love, sweet security. I feel our unity, love, sweet security in this circle of love, in this circle of peace, in this circle of love, in this circle of peace. I feel our unity, love, sweet security. I feel our unity, love, sweet security in this circle of love, in this circle of peace. And now I turn it over to Jenny.
Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living Delaware. Good morning, dear friends, and everybody who is gathered today to be with us. It's just, I am definitely feeling the unity and the love for all of you. This year's theme is 2020 Spiritual Vision. Our theme for October is Cosmic Connections. Have you ever wondered what collective consciousness, the unified field, and 0 point energy have in common, and how this can change your idea of all levels of relationship? Today's topic is Inextricably Connected. Our title today is inspired by a quote from Brene Brown. Spirituality is recognizing and celebrating that we are all inextricably connected to each other by a power greater than all of us. And that our connection to that power and to one another is grounded in love and compassion. Oh, that's so yummy. Let's speak our affirmation together. Today, do we have the affirmation? Today, I celebrate that we are all cosmically connected to each other by a power greater than all of us. I allow that power, God, to reflect through me as love, wisdom, generosity, and compassion. And it comes back to me multiplied. Woo! And with that, I welcome, and we all welcome, the most loving, loved, beloved, radiant Reverend Kathleen.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Jenny. Oh, one great big ball of love, isn't she? Beautiful light of God. Thank you, Jenny, for being who you are. Okay, so the topic today, inextricably connected. Say that 3 times quickly. Inextricably, inextricably connected, inextricably connected, inextricably connected. I can't do it. Oh well. It's a powerful topic. It is so important that we really understand the what this particular word inextricably. What it means is something that is impossible to separate. And it's a reminder of this truth of our being. And I have a story to tell you about that. It's a story about 2 little fishes who were actually very young fishes who were swimming through the cosmic sea. And a wise elder fish came swimming along, and he was kind of a Zen, master fish. And so he comes up and he loves to pose these questions that really make the young fish think. So his favorite one is, how's the water today? And normally when he asks that question, the little fish have no clue because they, don't realize they're in water. That's just simply something that's all a part of what they're in. And so he he's waiting, and he's just sure that they're not going to be able to answer it. But one little fish has been studying spiritual principles, and he has been doing his meditation and prayer practices, and so he's ready. He's ready for this question. And so his response is, it's pretty murky, to be honest with you. And the currents are shifting. I love this story because what it speaks to is that the wise also notice when things are out of order so that we can deal with them, and also aware of the shifts and the changes, the undercurrents that are taking place. What a beautiful analogy of, or metaphor for, what's going on in our world today. The murkiness of divisiveness, the murkiness of struggle and strife and conflict, the murkiness that shows up as pollution on our planet. Although I have to say, having us be socially isolated has really helped reduce some of that pollution, and some of the awakening that's taking place all over the planet has certainly helped many of us become more conscious about how we dispose of things, more recycling and more reclaiming of of things that were normally considered just something to throw away. So this whole thing of murkiness and shifting currents is very integral to our discussion today about being inextricably connected, not only to the divine, that cosmic sea that surrounds us and fills us, that we are often not even aware of when we go throughout our day. And yet, I'm clear that more and more and more of us are aware of the shifts and changes that are taking place in the direction of the highest good of all, and are moving ourselves into alignment with those shifts. Inextricably connected, impossible to separate. So here we are swimming in this cosmic sea. The scientists would call it 0-point energy, the unified field. We call it the unified field of all possibility and all potentiality. The study of quantum physics gives us a sense of how interconnected everything is, how our thoughts collapse energy into form. This awareness, this broader based awareness of our inextricable connection with all life, with the divine as all life, the light is so palpable and available to us now. And so I think that this is going to be a time that we will look back on and go, wow, things were really breaking down before the amazing breakthrough. So this idea of murkiness, let's look at this a little bit more. The murkiness of divisiveness, hatred, struggle, conflict. Even though there is this awareness on some level of the interconnectedness and interdependence of life, isn't it interesting that humans continue to divide themselves into tribes of all different kinds, all different forms, nations, states, and we're seeing on TV militias, self-made militias, and things like that. And why is that? It comes from something called the consciousness of scarcity. That's a very murky consciousness. It's based on the idea of not enough, there's not enough to go around, and therefore we need to band together and either keep or get our stuff. We know that this doesn't work. We know that the only road to true thriving, and by the way, that's the survival paradigm. The true way to thriving is something different. It's an awareness that there is more than enough, especially when we work together and collaborate and come up with new ways of working together. Recently, we've been watching something on Netflix called Down to Earth. And in it, I mean, it's just a whole series of things going on in different countries where people are working together and collaborating. But I was really struck by the most recent one that we saw, which was about Puerto Rico. And the mayor, Maria, her name is Maria, the amazing inspiration that she is, and taking the people around to see the collaboration that's taking place among the people. And one of them was, it was a bed and breakfast that had, before the hurricanes even hit, put together a network of solar panels. And that particular neighborhood, when everything was down and there was no electricity, had hooked all of the different solar panels in the whole neighborhood together and provided electricity for all of their neighbors who didn't have it in that area. collaboration and cooperation, not I'll keep mine to myself kind of thinking. That's what's really called for, isn't it? So we thrive as humanity. The new paradigm is thriving through collaboration and an awareness that things like white supremacy and consumerism that leads to so much waste and gender inequity and all of these other topics are something that we must face. We must face the murkiness in consciousness in order to transform it, in order to move into solution. And I'm so grateful to be a part of a spiritual community that not only teaches this idea of inextricable connection, our oneness with each other, the interdependence that's inborn into this system, the spiritual system that we are part of, this cosmic sea. So we not only have the teachings to back us up, but we also are moving into action. You know, Michelle got us started on learning about ways that we could recycle and recycling things we didn't even know we could recycle. And if you have any questions about that, please contact me and I'll make sure that Michelle will get you the information. She actually has a website on it that is really a gift to the community. So we're committed. We're a community committed to sustainability. We are a community that's committed to social justice. We have a social justice initiative team. Our team, led by Jen and Virgie, is now meeting every fourth Sunday after service for a lunch and learn where we can continue to awaken to and face the issues that are going on so that we can be the presence of solution. That's the purpose of all of it. If you don't know about it, then you're not able to do anything about it. And Peace Week Delaware, that wonderful, wonderful event that we co-created that took place last week, is our commitment to building a culture of peace. We are collaborating with people all over our state who work with Peace Week Delaware to build a culture of peace among all of us. I am envisioning a day in which we become the model for people to follow. All of us who are collaborating in the state of Delaware, that, you know, the city of Wilmington has been transformed from what was, you know, called the murder city to this amazingly peaceful area. I'm claiming that for us. We have that vision, and it's not just our community, it's communities all over the state of this state of Delaware. So this idea of connecting with others, you know, and getting beyond this idea of divisiveness and separation, this idea of building a wall around ourselves to protect ourselves. We know that in order to collaborate, to truly collaborate, that we must develop deep connections with others. And you know, research, this is no surprise to any of us, I'm sure. Research shows that connecting with others is good for our moods and good for our mental and physical health, our emotional health as well. And psychologist Abraham Maslow, the creator of the hierarchy of needs, places the need to belong, that's the need for connection, second to our basic survival needs. It's second. It's so vitally important that children who receive that important connection from their caregivers of love and compassion are able to thrive as adults. And those who don't, well, we can help all of the rest of us along too through this beautiful teaching that is based on love and compassion. So connecting with others, what is really connecting with others like? What are some of the things that we notice? And so the first one I have is that we are fully present to the other person, fully present. That means our mind is not ruminating on how wrong we were done in the past with someone else or with this particular person, or worries about how things might be in the future. Instead, we are fully present with the person who's right in front of us. The next way that we know that we're really connecting with others is that we feel open and available to them, and we sense that they are open and available to us. So there's this real flow of caring and compassion between us. Another element of knowing that we're really connected with others is that we are being present to ourselves, and therefore being ourself and sharing ourself with the other person, which means we have to give up the idea of getting something from the other person, getting approval, those kinds of things that end up being roadblocks to relationship. The next element is that we notice that we are trusting the other person enough to share something deeply troubling us so that we can receive love and support. And the fifth element then is that we feel empathy and kindness toward the other person. So that means things like anger and meanness and judgment and criticism close down connection. I know we've all been there at some time or another. Either we've done it or somebody else has done it, but it's really time to realize that those ways of relating really don't work, that kindness and compassion, even when we're in conflict or we have disagreements, is so important to deep connections with one another. So forming these deep connections with one another is where we start. And then it expands. We learn how to collaborate, how to work together more effectively. So I'd like to give an example of the kinds of thinking that the divisiveness or even just the judgment or just a lack of awareness of what certain things mean that get in the way of our relationships. Right now in our practitioner training, we're reading a book by psychotherapist Thomas More that's called Care of the Soul. And I thought that this story was really pertinent to today, a great example of just some of the things that go on in our minds that get in the way of these beautiful, deep relationships. He noticed that his clients come to him and expect him to almost surgically remove all the things that they want to get rid of. Their painful emotions, their habit patterns that don't serve them. And he said, rather than taking that away from them, he gives it back to them. And he puts it like this. He said, I teach them not to fight against these things, but to see the gift or the message in it, to see the gift or the message in the pain, the emotional pain, whatever might be going on in their lives, as an effect of consciousness. And so the cause is consciousness. So he realizes, just like we do, that if you just take away the symptoms, that you don't deal with the root cause, and it's all going to come back again. So one of his clients that came to him asked him to help her be less dependent. So what he did then is he asked her what difficulty she found in being dependent. What is it about dependency that you don't like? And so she said, well, the bottom line was she judged dependency as weakness and independence as strength. That's dualistic thinking. That's judgmental thinking. So he then offered her some words to help her discover the upside of dependence. The upside of dependence. Remember, we are inextricably connected with one another. So dependence is kind of built into it. So he said, don't you want to feel connected with people? Learn from them, get close, rely on their friendship, get advice from someone that you respect, be a part of a community where people support each other, find intimacy, or would you even like to find intimacy with someone who is very near and dear to your heart? And she said, yes, of course. And he said, well, that is dependency. That's the upside of dependency. But what she's worried, of course, is the downside of dependency. Things like neediness, loss of control, or submission. And so that's the fine line that we walk. It's important for us to look at our definitions of things and realize that there is beauty in a lot of different kinds of things, dependency being one, and ultimately what we talk about is interdependency. Interdependency is a very healthy thing where there's a give and there's a flow in both directions. That's a healthy sense of this thing called dependence. So it's important for us to face all of our stories, whether it's about dependence or whether it's about our stories that we don't have the ability to connect deeply with others, or whatever it is that we tell ourselves, or it's not safe because someone will take advantage of me. All of those stories need to be dealt with and the myth of them blown apart in order for us to experience this thing called deep and genuine connection. So it's really looking at that murky thinking and getting online with the shifting currents that support us. A beautiful thing to remind ourselves throughout this whole process of the shift that's taking place is to repeat to ourselves and over again, God is right here where I am. God is right here where we all are. God is right here where we are. So it's not only a reminder of myself, but all of us. The divine is right where we are. Why is that so important? Because it's important to help us remember to let go of the limited thinking, let go of the lack thinking, let go of the divisive thinking, and instead move into the spirit of love, compassion, cooperation, and collaboration. Barbara Holmes, in her book called Race and the Cosmos, wrote, "Our unspoken fear has always been that our differences will finally erupt in violence or catastrophe, so we avoid the very discussions that could bring us together." How many of you are avoiding having the discussions about racial injustice and white supremacy? I invite you to join us to face those issues head on. That's what our Social Justice Initiative ministry is doing. We have another one coming up on the fourth Sunday after service. This is a powerful time, and it's important that we harness this time to really truly be the difference that we wish to see in our world. That we truly face the issues and that we become those who are the solution-oriented beings on this planet. So I just invite all of us to turn within for a moment, accepting the gift of this moment, the possibility and potentiality of this infinite sea, this cosmic sea in which we live, move, and have our being, knowing that we are the light of the world. We are the very love of God in person. God is right here where we are as our very own being. And just allowing it to move into full expression in us, through us, and as we genuinely connect with each other in love, in compassion, in being fully available to each other. Currents of change, the shift from survival consciousness to thriving consciousness. How good it is to know that we live, move, and have our being in this divine presence, that we are in a community that is committed to these high ideals of heaven on earth, a world that works for all. So I'm so grateful to be part of this amazing movement of truth. And I release this word into the universal law of mind, accepting its fulfillment right here and right now. And so let us say together, yes!
Yes.
And so it is.
So it is.
And so it is.
Thank you, my friends. And so now back to Liz.
Thank you. Here's a weird little factoid. For the last week and a half, the song Get Together has been stuck in my head. I first performed it as a senior in high school at a talent show the year that it came out, and one might ask oneself how a newborn baby was able to be in high school, let alone be in a talent show. But there I was. Anyway, the song was stunningly apropos when you called me and said, could I come in and fill in today? I was just amazed. This is why it was in my head all week. Love is but a song we sing, fear away we die. You can make the mountains ring, or make the angels cry. No, the bird is on the wing, and you may not know why. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Some may come and some may go, this will shortly pass. When the one that left us here returns for us at last, we are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. If you hear this song I sing, you will understand. You hold Hold the key to love and fear all in your trembling hand. Just one key unlocks them both, it's there at your command. Come on, people, now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people, now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now.
Go.
I almost forgot, Dwayne.
Yeah, don't forget about me. Okay. Okay, show your love and your spirit working through our spiritual community by going to the CSLDE homepage and clicking on the PayPal button or sending CSLDE a check. We love and appreciate you. Also, CSLDE has a benevolence fund to provide support members of our community during this time of COVID-19. Mark your donation, benevolent fund. If you find yourself in need of assistance, please reach out to any member of the Board of Trustees. Contact information is on our webpage and in the newsletter. Due to our Spark meeting, we will not have after service prayer today. Please send your prayer requests by phone or email to Peggy Frymoyer, and the practitioners will pray for you for 1 week. And now, back to Liz.
I think we're doing birthday time right now. Is that true? Before we do our release? The happy birthdays? So for all the October birthdays, before we do our release, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Oh yeah. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to who? You. Okay, guys, it is time, that time in the program when we do the closing song and we're doing our release. And I think everybody knows this one. I will do the intro and then we'll all chime in on that chorus. There was a time in my life, thought I had to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the truth of God when it was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, you're struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go, let it all go. And this is what you'll say: take it, I release, and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Love. Hugs, kisses. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Thank you, Liz. That was great fun. Oh, my goodness. My friends, I just wanted to share with you, I want to re-emphasize that we have quite a bit of money right now in the Benevolent Fund. So if you, or if you know of anybody in our community who is struggling a little bit with finances in this time, please have them contact me or one of our board members so that we can work them through the process of applying for the Benevolent Fund. All right, so let us end with our affirmation of truth. So repeat after me. Perfect God within me.
Perfect God within me.
Perfect life within me, which is God.
Perfect life within me, which is God.
Come forth into expression through me.
Come forth into expression through
as
me.
that which I am.
As that which I am.
Lead me ever on the path of all-inclusive love.
Lead me ever on the path of all-inclusive love.
And cause me to see.
And cause me to see.
The infinite good.
The infinite.
That beautiful
good.
cosmic sea in which I live, move, and have my being. All right, my friends. So let's just affirm that with a vibrant yes, and so it is. Amen. Wonderful. So have a beautiful day, everybody. And for those who are the Spark leaders, I'll see you at 11:45 on the Spark link, which is a separate link. And have an absolutely amazing day. Thank you.